Hi, everyone. My name's Amy Perry, Community Engagement Librarian at the Middleton Public Library. To promote the summer reading program, Imagine Your Story, I would like to introduce some of my favorite chapter books. The first book I'd like to introduce is called Middle School Bites by Stephen Banks. Fans of the books The Last Kids on Earth, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and The Terrible Two will really enjoy this new series, Middle School Bites, by the head writer of SpongeBob SquarePants, Stephen Banks. 11-year-old Tom Marks is starting middle school, and he is super excited for it because he won't be a scrawny little elementary school kid anymore. Tanner, the school bully, is supposedly going to a different school in the fall. He's excited because he's going to get his own locker. And finally, he's excited because Annie's going to be going to middle school too, and Tom thinks they're going to get married one day. But right before the first day of school, Tom visits his grandmother at her cabin in the woods. He does this every year toward the end of the summer, but this year, things go horribly wrong. You see, during this visit, within a few hours, Tom gets bitten on the neck by a bat. He gets bitten on the ankle by a mangy dog, and he gets bitten on the wrist by a really strange zombie prop at a gas station and rest stop. Then things get really weird. Find out how weird by checking out this really fun, fast-paced adventure called Middle School Bites. The next book I'd like to introduce is called The Bookwanderers by Anna James. This debut novel is the first in the Pages and Company series written by Anna James and is about an 11-year-old girl named Matilda Pages. Matilda's mom mysteriously disappeared when Matilda was just a baby, and her father died before she was even born. So Matilda, or Tilly, has been raised by her maternal grandparents and lives above their cozy little bookshop in London. That's probably why Matilda loves books and reading and just loves to find a cozy spot in the bookstore to sit down and escape in a book. In fact, that's all she wants to do during her school break because nobody in real life has proper adventures like they do in books. Well, Tilly gets the adventure of a lifetime when she learns that she comes from a family of people who can travel inside of books and bring characters into the real world. She learns she's a book wanderer when she meets Anne Shirley from Anne of Green Gables and Alice from Alice in Wonderland, two of her favorite book characters right there in her grandparents' bookshop. They also can go on adventures inside of books, but there are important rules to follow or else things can go horribly wrong. This book was so much fun to read and I couldn't put it down. If you ever get lost inside a story or have ever dreamed about what it would be like to meet your favorite book character, you don't want to miss this charming, magical, and really unique story, The Book Wanderers by Anna James. This is available in hardcover and as a downloadable ebook through Libby. The next book I'd like to introduce is called The Strangers by Margaret Peterson Haddix. This is the first book in the series, The Greystone Chronicles. Chess, Emma, and Finn Greystone are siblings, and they live a normal, happy life with their mom in Ohio. The only thing that sets them apart from other kids and families is that their dad died when the kids were really young, and their mom moved the family to this new place not too long ago. After hearing a news report about 3 siblings who were kidnapped in Arizona, they thought it was really strange that these 3 siblings shared the same first and middle names as the Greystone kids. They also shared the same ages and the exact same birthdays. Who are these kids? Before Chess, Emma, and Finn can really question their mom about this mysterious kidnapping, their mom tells her kids that she needs to leave on a last-minute business trip and will be gone for a few days. The mom hastily arranges for her kids to stay with Mrs. Morales and her daughter Natalie, people the kids hardly know at all. The kids think this is odd, but they know that when their mom returns from this business trip, everything will go back to normal. But after receiving some strange texts from their mom, the kids start to wonder if something else is really going on, and if there's some connection to the 3 kids who were kidnapped in Arizona. Come along on this mysterious adventure as Chess, Emma, and Finn try to break complex codes, explore hidden rooms, and figure out the real reason their mom left, where she's really gone to, and will she ever return. This book is available in hardcover, as an audio book CD like this one, as a downloadable ebook, and as a downloadable audiobook through Libby. The final book I'd like to talk about is called Genesis Begins Again by Alicia D. Williams. Is there anything you don't like about yourself or your life? Something you would change if you could? Well, there's a long list of things that 13-year-old Genesis just does not like about herself and her life. For instance, her family keeps getting evicted from their home, so she's constantly moving to a new home or back to her grandma's house. She's constantly moving to new towns and starting new schools. Her dad drinks too much and he disappears for days and he can't seem to hold on to a job. And he's mean to Genesis. He says really cruel things to her and doesn't seem to like her very much. Because Genesis has moved around a lot, she also has never really had any friends. And she hates the way she looks. She just wishes she was lighter skinned like her mom and not darker skinned like her dad. Her own grandmother even tells Genesis a story about brown paper bag tests, which just makes Genesis feel terrible about herself. Luckily, the new school Genesis has landed in isn't all that bad. She actually starts to make some real friends for the first time. And her choir teacher actually thinks Genesis has a real talent and encourages her to join the talent show. How long will these good things last? Will everything come crashing down on Genesis like they have before? How far would you go to change things that you don't like about yourself? If you like books about friendship, family, about finding your inner self, you'll definitely want to check out this one, Genesis Begins Again by Alicia D. Williams. This is available in hardcover, as a downloadable ebook, and as a downloadable audiobook through Libby. All of these books are available to borrow from the Middleton Public Library. If you'd like more book recommendations, check out all of the book talk videos found on the Middleton Public Library's summer reading page.